Hello, it is Tina Clark, computer teacher. Just making sure that we are recording. Today is July 30th, 2020, and this video will be specifically for those of you that want to learn how to do Google Slides. Google Slides is Google's version of PowerPoint, where you can create slides and put in text boxes and images and transitions and animations and have a really neat presentation. So, for those of you that don't want to learn this, you can stop this video and look at some other computer videos. This is specifically for those of you that are learning Google Slides. Okay, so the first thing that you have to do is make sure you have a Google account. I will not go over how to do that. You can talk to your teacher about that. Get yourself a Google account. Sign in with that Google account. And once you have signed in, then you can get to Google Slides a couple different ways. You can go to your Google Drive. So I'm signed in as me, and then I see this little dots right here that are in square. Those are my Google apps. I can click on that and go down to Drive if I want to. And when I do that, I can click New and Google Slides. That's one way to go to Google Slides. You can also go to docs.google.com, and when you go there, you can click the plus and make a new blank slide as long as you're signed in. But I like to go to my Drive. So here's what I do. I go to my Drive and I click New and I go down to Google Slides. So I'm going to make a new Google Slide presentation. When I do that, this is the screen that will come up. I'm going to get rid of the themes column. We're not getting into themes today. I want to close that so we have a bigger screen here. Okay, so first thing you'll do is in the upper left corner, give a title to this presentation. And for today, and for the purpose of this training, I'm going to call it All About Me. And if you want to do this with me, that's fine. I just chose All About Me because it's an easy topic and we don't have to look up research or anything while you're practicing Google Slides. So you can follow along. If I'm going too fast, pause the video and allow yourself to catch up. But I'm going to keep talking, so make sure to pause the video if you need time to do things that I'm asking. Okay, so I have a title in the upper left area. When you do work in Google Slides, it automatically saves what you're working on. So there's no file save or anything like that. It will just save, okay? So when you make a new Google slide, it will come up with this type of format where there's a big text box for a title and then a subtitle. So in the title, I'm clicking in that text box. That is a text box. That means you can type text in there. I'm going to call it All About Me. And where it says subtitle, click right there, and I'm going to put by Tina Clark. All right, that is our first slide. We are going to add some more slides. You can do that two different ways. You can go over to this plus button over here, and I'm kind of wiggling the pointer so you see it. It's way over to the left. You could do new slide right there, or you could go to slide and new slide. My personal preference is using the menu bar up here to get to things, but you can also click it right here on the icon bar. I don't know what you call it, but it's another toolbar, only it's more icon based instead of text. So anyway, slide, new slide. So I'm doing that. I did that 3 times to add 3 more slides. Over on the left is a column that shows you all of your slides, so you can click back and forth in your presentation and go to those slides that you click on. So I'm going to click on slide 2, and the text boxes look different than the first slide. There's like a small text box at the top for a title, and the first title is going to be place of birth. And then I'm going to click in this text box down below and type in my information. I was born in a small town in Iowa. Now, for sake of time, I won't type more, but you would type all your information there that you want to talk about. It's a big text box. You could type in a whole bunch. Okay, I'm going to leave that as is. And I'm going to click off of the text box so that I have nothing highlighted. So I just clicked off into the white. I'm going to insert an image now. You can do that two different ways. You can go to Insert, Image, or you could also click on this little icon that looks like a mountain. I'm going to go to Insert Image. That's the way I like to approach it. So you can find an image from a camera, from a website, from your Google Photos, from Google Drive. You could upload it from your computer. For our purposes today, click on Search the Web. This means we'll do a Google image search. And I am just going to type in Iowa because I'm just going to put in a map of Iowa to show the state I was born in. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to click on this picture here of a map of Iowa. When you click on it, you can hit Insert down in the lower right, or just click and hold your clicker and drag the picture over and let go. It comes in pretty big. We don't want it that big. Bring your image down and put your pointer on the corner so it's a diagonal arrow like that. And put it on the corner. Hold your clicker down and size it down. So now there's an image. And you can always take your mouse and move the image around, but we're going to leave it on the right side so the text is not covered up. All right. I'm going to make another slide, or click on the next slide anyway. And I'm going to call this one Activities I Liked in Childhood. So that's the title of the slide. And then you can click down in the text box and add more text. And I'm going to make a list of activities I liked to do as a child. I liked to play outside. I liked to play with my dogs. I liked to visit my aunt and uncle. I like to read books and many more things, but that's enough. Well, this is a list, but we're going to make it a bulleted list for more emphasis. To do that, you can click after the very last word, hold your clicker down, and drag and select the text like that. So again, I just held my clicker down at the very last word and highlighted all the text. All right, and you can go to Format, Bullets and Numbering, and Bulleted List. There's different variations of bulleted lists. I'm going to use the first one, and I'm going to click on it. And boom, there's my bullets. There is another way that you can get to the bullets by clicking on this More icon with the dots, and the bulleted list, the bulleted list option is right here. Hope you can see that where I have my pointer. There's two different ways to go to things, and my preference is just go up to the words at the top. But so there's my bulleted list. Okay. What we're going to do now is we'll go ahead and put in one more image because this video is getting long. We're going to put in dogs because I like to play with my dogs, and I'll just pick a picture of some dogs and bring it over just to emphasize that playing with my dogs was one thing I like to do. Again, it's too big. I will get the diagonal arrow, click and drag, and make it smaller. Make sure that you pause this video if I'm going too fast. But I'm going to keep talking so that we get this stuff in. But you can pause the video, rewind it, go back, listen some more if you need to. All right, now I think what we'll do is we are going to format the background. And then in the next video, we will do some animation. We will probably insert a video and maybe some word art and some other things. But this is the last thing that we'll do in this video for today. It's a pretty boring background right now. It's just white. So make sure that you are clicked off of the text boxes. So let's just say I'm on that slide, make sure you're clicked off of a text box. When you click off of a text box, it brings up this option where it says change background. You can click on change background. There are different colors you can choose. I am not going to choose a color from this list right here. What I am going to do personally is just go to choose an image for a background. So there's different ways you can do a background. You can do a plain color like that. You can make it solid or gradient, but I am going to choose image. That way I'm going to go to Google Images and find an image. So a Google image search. I'm just going to do an image search for a blue background, and we'll see what kind of fun blue backgrounds come up. Ooh, look at all those. Those are cool. That's a little bit more exciting than just solid color. I like this one. I'm going to click on it and click on Insert in the lower right area. Now, it's only inserting on the slide that I'm on. If I want to insert that background image to all the slides, I am going to click Add to Theme. And boom, all my slides have that background now. Okay? When I hit the word Present, and we'll work with that a little bit later, this is what I have so far. Here's my first slide, second slide, third slide, and then I have nothing on my fourth slide. And I can hit Escape to stop the slideshow. All right, now it's still pretty boring. Next time we are going to doctor it up, get some animation going, maybe some transitions going, maybe a video. That is all for this one. So make sure that you practice this much before you watch the next video. At the end of all these videos about Google Slides, I'm going to assign you a Google Slide presentation to do for an assignment to give to me. So make sure you're watching all these videos. All right, talk to you in the next video.